Yeah, no, she's not into
The
that.
bond, I think, is very important, especially early between a mom and your little boy. I mean, that's your baby boy. Boys are mama's boys, and girls are daddy's girls.
This is
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
This is 2K's future. I'm just letting him know because I have Texas boys. I have South Texas boys. I'm cleaning my kitchen right now. Oh my God, I'm so glad I didn't open this thing. I picked up oh good Lord. I picked up a Tupperware thinking, oh, I'm just going to throw it into the thing. I don't even need to open it. There's a scorpion in it.
Stop it. Oh,
my boys caught a scorpion and just left it in
and
the
brought
kitchen.
it in for you. Oh my gosh, Jen, look what you're about to have to deal with.
Yeah,
I cannot believe
my
that.
heart is pounding right now. I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh my God, that is oh my God, that gives me the heebie. Great, now I'm going to be up again all night. Okay, this is 2 nights in a row. You're keeping me up all night, woman. Last night I was stressed out thinking someone done kidnapped your ass. Oh
you almost had another scream.
God, I can't do it to you. Really fast, Rosemary.
I almost opened it.
Oh my God, if you would have opened it.
That's 2K's future with his little Texas boy right there.
Oh my God, I cannot with you.
So
that is crazy.
Just pass it on to him, and please, just be careful.
I will.
Because,
don't open Tupperware.
Don't open Tupperware. You never know. Oh my God.
that's
okay,
crazy.
I'm going on a walk in the morning to send Mr. Scorpion into a field.
Okay. All right, love. Rosemary, really fast. Sorry, I always like to. I like to when I see stuff. Rosemary, her comment is she had a club stamp on her hand during her week that she went to on New Year's Eve. That wasn't a club stamp. I know a lot of people were saying that. I did mention it in my live before. Club stamps are usually about this big. That took up her whole palm. I do believe that was like an old tattoo that she had. I had seen it in the past before. It definitely wasn't a club. There's no way a club stamp, like a club, is gonna have a stamp like this big to stamp everybody's hand for the night. So yeah, that definitely wasn't a club stamp. A tattoo, yeah. Oh
yeah,
hey,
but the last thing I want to say, and then I'm gonna hop off here, is oh shoot, what was it? I literally just had it in my head. I'm currently in therapy, so please don't take what I'm saying like a crazy way. But I get like jealous over seeing typical children not being loved correctly because I have a child that's disabled that she can't, like she's not hitting milestones, I should say. So she doesn't like, so for a mom or a dad, anybody that has a child that like they're not like involved, it makes me so jealous and irritated because if it concerns me. If Aisla, my child, was her child, like, oh my goodness, my child would not be alive.
Right.
Like, hands down. So it's just like disappointing because you already are blessed with such a healthy child. Don't sit here and go out and party instead of taking care of your child because things could be so much more different. My child's actually up right now being crazy, but...
Oh.
Yeah, so...
Well, Haley, we are all here for you. If you ever need any support, you need a place to just come and talk or vent to or whatever, we're all here for you, and we'll definitely pray for you and your baby, because I know that's... it's hard being a mom and a young mom and then having a child with, disabilities is very, very difficult, so...
Yes, thank you guys so much, and it's hard.
I have a teenager with a disability, and it's very scary, and it's very hard.
Yes.
And you're very strong, and I'm sorry that your baby's father isn't there to help you.
Oh, it's a blessing.
I know it's a blessing. I have that blessing, and it's scary sometimes.
Thank you,
Yeah, I'm actually engaged now, and I have
good
most amazing man in my life. So it's like super good. And so Aisla's been having a father figure for a very long time now. So
I love that name too, Aisla. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. So
don't be scared. And as a special needs mom, you're doing a good job. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Doing the damn thing, Haley. We're proud of you. We're very proud
so
of
much.
you.
I truly appreciate it.
Oh, you're the sweetest. Yeah, Blackwood, that's the thing I don't get. Literally everybody was telling her, he has an ear infection. Winter does not feel good.
I said it like 5 times.
Literally, you can look at her. You could look at Winter and look at that cute little face and just tell. He was miserable, and he was like, "Damn it, you dummy! If you're not gonna do it, take me, my daddy, and my grandma. I just want to be with them. I just need my Grammy snuggles. I need some medicine, and I need my blankie and my dad, and I just need someone who's gonna love me and not put me on the floor to let me put my fingers in the damn light socket again."
No, she was wearing his blanket. I'm sorry.
I was getting
That made
so
me
mad
so
at that.
mad.
I was
She
like,
was
yeah,
wrapped up in his Pooh Bear blanket, and he kept trying to rip it from her.
yeah. He's like, "Give me my blanket, you dumb heifer. Like, let me have my blanket. I don't feel good.
She
You
even
have me in no clothes. I'm sick."
She was like,
yeah, she kept
"Oh,
saying,
you want to share?"
yeah,
He's like, "No, I
no.
want my blanket."
Yeah, give me my, I don't know. I feel like in a sense, sometimes this is kind of what I wonder. And I don't want this to come out in the wrong way, right? And I made a video about this too. I mentioned this when I was talking about the whole Gypsy Rose thing. Sometimes when people have children by somebody that they have much animosity or hatred or whatever against, or somebody who has, maybe if it was a victim of an essay or, product of an essay or whatever, or in Gypsy's case, if that child comes out looking like her mom, whatever, or she has those same things, you can end up having animosity towards that child. Well, Winter is a spitting image of his dad. That was legitimately like a copy paste print of from 2K to Winter. And so I wonder when she looks at Winter, if she's seeing that, and that is why she's having so much animosity in a sense to him, or that like the detachment. I don't know. Hi, Genevieve.
Hey, we went through kind of a horrible custody at one time to get, my stepdaughter, and Bri reminds me so much of my husband's ex and everything we went through, and it was, I'm not gonna like relive it, but it was just, it was like, she just reminds me of his ex just so much. She ended up basically, in our case, after running away, hold on one second, after running away for like 6 months and leaving in the middle of the case, she ended
up, stop it.
She ended up leaving and relocating and not telling her attorney, and ended up losing full custody, and her attorney withdrew, and it got pretty messy. But
wow.
There was,
so did she always, with her, did she, hold on, I just have to say, I've never seen another Braylon, especially spelled like that. That's my granddaughter's name. I love that. So welcome, Braylon. So cute. Was she always detached from the child, or did it come like after like you guys got married, or what?
Well, no, she was always really detached because his ex-wife has really severe mental health issues.
I love you, KJ.
And she had gone through from what I understand from my husband's like former mother-in-law, she had done some she had gone through where they do like the shock therapy, and it really messed her up. She had a bad reaction to it, and it messed her up. But she's got some mental health conditions. One of them is where you and I might react to something in a normal way. She would overreact to a situation emotionally and overreact to it, like no matter what. And so, but she's also like severely severely bipolar and some other conditions. So like she got very upset when my daughter, when we started getting medical stuff done I call her my daughter because she hasn't seen her in 4 years, and I've raised her from 15 months. So when we started getting her looked at, because medically she hadn't really had care when we'd gotten her, and so we knew there was something neurologically wrong with her, and we found out she was autistic. But I don't want to get into all of that. But my point is, she was always really detached, and her parents were always kind of controlling, like, what went on. And so when we got my daughter, she was actually emotionally abused and would just stand in the corner and didn't know how to play with other kids. And we actually, in the state that we were living in before we came to Arizona, we were in Missouri, and we had to have a guardian ad litem. And it was so contentious that her father actually tried to assault the guardian ad litem. And,
oh my God.
And they had to actually, they said her grandfather, the mother's father, wasn't allowed to even see my stepdaughter because he tried to assault the guardian ad litem, and he was such a danger. So, I mean, it was very contentious.
I don't want to be too nosy, but is it a child deprived case or a custody? Like,
it was a custody case, and but let me tell you, it was very crazy. It got very contentious. I worked for the lawyer that actually handled the case. I was a paralegal.
Genevieve, really fast. Can I say something really fast? Because I think it's important to what you're going to say. People Are Garbage asked, what is shock therapy? So my dad used to get this. It's basically, in a sense, like a defibrillator for the heart, in a sense, but it's like when your brain waves are so out of whack, he would fall into these like really, really, really deep depressions, and they would do shock therapy to like shock his brain waves back into a more normal pattern,
try to help it's like trying to help the chemical imbalance in the brain to try to reset it. And she had a
and she
had a
I just want to make sure I explain that first.
And she had a really bad reaction to it. So it messed her up, unfortunately.
Yeah, it can be very bad. Just like if you have it with the defibrillator, you can have a bad reaction to that or whatever. My dad had to have it multiple times. One time he had the same thing. He had a bad reaction. They just kept shocking the shit out of him.
No,
I mean, eventually it came out, but
I don't think I could ever do that to my guy.
No, and she didn't have it. From what I understand, she didn't have it anymore after that. But like, she hasn't seen my daughter in like 4 years. But it was really crazy because the last time, like, she actually talked to the child, it was even really kind of messy on the phone. And that's one thing, like, I noticed with Bri and stuff. It's like now she's ordered, like, they're ordered not to talk about what's going on with the court case, right? We were given the same orders, and yet she kept doing it,
Yeah, don't listen.
And she's all over the place with the internet. And our case wasn't even on the internet, and yet she was doing it, like, online. And
it's crazy. That's why I keep saying Bri's her own worst enemy. She can't keep her mouth shut. So that's why I've said from my first video, before I even knew 2K, knew anything about him, I said, just keep it cute, keep it quiet. You don't have to say nothing, because she's going to make your case for you. Just keep it quiet. And the hardest part, I don't know if I could do it. He is a strong man, I tell you. I don't know if I could handle that. The amount of bashing he gets, and just to stay quiet, and then he gets bashed for staying quiet because he's following the court order. Then when he does say something, like a little something, just much of no comment, then he's like, what?
Well, the only reason I think they got really mad at him for saying no comment is because no comment makes you sound like you're guilty. The only thing I would have said is,
I heard that, Kate.
And the only thing I would have said is maybe, hey, we're not really supposed to talk about our case. And
people told him, Google him before you go. Oh, Thank you, love. Before you go on the interview, Google him, and when you Google Perez, it just comes up that he's just messy boots, and he says things and twists things out of proportion, etc. And so I truly feel like he said it that way because of that. I don't think he would have answered it that way had he not just read that, because he was in a different spirit. So either way, I feel like it was gonna get twisted.
I do think that his decision not to interview with Perez Hilton at that time was smart, because Perez would have picked and poked. Even though Perez said he was tired of it, Perez Hilton must be struggling somehow, or he wouldn't be on TikTok right now on live.
Well, he's been interviewing like a lot of people lately. Like he got Kelsey Pomels one night. I mean, he's been going through like everybody, and I mean, like
celebrities won't interview with him much anymore. So he had to move on to something else. Yeah, he's got to make money somehow.
He needs an income, and as long as he's interviewing what's popular on TikTok, then he's gonna have steady gifts, steady income.
I mean, like he thankfully really grilled the heck out of Bri tonight and got some really good questions out of her. So I was pretty impressed with that.
I mean, yeah, I was impressed with his interviewing skills with her to get her to say things, but a lot of the stuff she said was a lie. It was not true. And oh my gosh, Rosemary, I would absolutely love to. I would definitely do an interview with him, because I would like to go back and talk to him about some of these things of how he's not maybe doing the research before talking to people. And I guess if you're just on TikTok and they pop up, I guess you can't. But a lot of the stuff that Bri said was dishonest, and he kind of went into that, and then he went right into 2K's interview and started right off first question with, "Oh, I heard that you did this," and that's what he's like, "What the hell?" Like, no comment. I think by the end of it, I think that it went okay. So,
but here's the thing: if she's lying, right? And we know that she lies a lot, But like, the good thing about that is he has those videos, and his lawyer's gonna probably use that for evidence and use it for
100%.
And so if they can catch her in those lies, and if she ends up perjuring herself in court, that's gonna really come back to bite her in the buttocks, because as you and I know, perjury is a big deal, especially when you get caught under oath in court. I mean, and you have a lot of bad things that happen when you get caught perjuring yourself under oath.
But I don't think she cares. I truly don't think she cares. I mean, I think, and again, I've been doing this for 30 years, when you're in the midst of a custody battle, you don't give up the majority of your parenting time just trying to be nice. And she has lied already in court multiple times. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know, but I'm going based off of what both of them are putting out on the internet. And I think that that's part of why the results are the way that they are. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't, I truly, this is how I truly, thank you, Noelle. This is how I truly, truly feel. I feel that she's not really interested just yet at being a mom. But I feel like she doesn't want to say that. She's never going to admit, I failed, I'm not ready, I'm not at that point, whatever the case may be, whatever her wording would be, and that I'm going to let his dad raise him. She's never going to say that. She's going to make it to where she's going to be able to play the victim card. They took him away from me because his dad said this, and this, and that's why they took him away from me. Woe is me. That's what I believe is going to happen. But I think she'll turn around. Tell me this. Riddle me this, right? We're parents. You get to see your kid 7 days a month. You drop your child off. How is it within hours, if it was even hours, you are just fine, and you've done already met up with some dude, and you're just happy it's gonna be having the time of your life. When I leave my grandkids, especially when I had some that lived out of state, and I left my grandkids, I could not do nothing for a good day or two. I was sobbing uncontrollably my entire flight home, my ride home. I was in the bed because I felt empty and broken. I knew I was going to get to see them in a couple weeks because even though they lived out of state, I was not going to go more than a month without seeing them. I flew every single month to see my grandbabies. And every single month, it took me a day or two to come back from that. And within hours, she was just slinging it around.
I honestly think it goes back to what everyone in the chat is saying with how she's just like, right now she's just so in her like spiteful like era. Like she is just so wrapped up in the spite and in the hate and in the moment of, you know, trying to show 2K that she's living her best life and, you know, trying to show the world that she doesn't care what anybody thinks and she's living her best life. But she is so wrapped up in trying to show everybody that she doesn't realize that she is actually hurting herself. Because in the chance that it is switched over to Texas and the Texas judge starts watching some of these videos, he will understand the people that she is currently hanging out with. He will understand that if they have tattoos or anything that he recognizes.
Right.
So she will be playing. So she doesn't realize that, like everyone in the chat is saying, that she is so wrapped up within herself right now and trying to like get back at him and show him how she's living her best life, that she's actually hurting herself in the process.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
And whether it's avoidance, it's like avoidance of like not wanting to be in the moment and really realize what is going on and the severity of it all and trying to make light of it all and act like, you know, it's fine. It's all fine, you know, or if she just really is that spiteful and, you know, is just truly wrapped up in getting back at him. She's not looking at the outside picture. She's really hurting herself. Yeah, like someone said, they're showing mug shots. They're in and they're and she's laughing about the fact that he was in he was, you know, in some bracelets 5 times.
Yeah,
you know,
that's crazy.
And so I think
said,
that she just doesn't realize that.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially with what you said last night. They definitely are going to know the type of people she hangs out with, and it's going to be a different thing. Braylon said, it's so funny to say Braylon and not talking to about my little Tootsie Roll. I just love my little Braylon. Anyway, she says, I see people saying she's going through PPD, and as a mom who went through severe PPD, that's not how it works. Correct. And also, after I did my first video or two, a lot of people had reached out to me, and I reached out to other people, like doing my due diligence, because that was my first concern, right? Is she going through some sort of PPD or PPA? Because some people think that no, that typically means that they want the baby closer to them. No, sometimes PPD can be so severe you don't want anything to do with the babies. I've even had some moms at birth say, I don't want to hold them right away. But every single person that I spoke to said, no. That's how she was before she was ever even pregnant. She's just always been that way. Everything is this is just her personality and her attitude, and this is just how she is. Now, I also find that so shocking because I've asked 2K this, I'm like, how the hell did you guys even end up together? You guys are like so opposite. It's so crazy. But now that I know, they were never really like together, like they met on vacations and like hung out together periodically. That makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, so I agree with you.
It's more of like a hookup situation.
Yeah, and just kind of meeting at different places. And then for her to say, oh, now he wants the baby. Well, he didn't want it when I first found out because he's the one that kept bringing up the A. Okay, listen, that's no argument. every single person, unless you've been in a relationship and you've been trying to get pregnant or whatnot. That's a conversation that comes into play when you have a casual situation. It's like, okay, you're pregnant. What do you want to do? These are our options. That doesn't mean that you can't, because you said that, like, when you found out, that you now can't love that baby or you not want to be it. And that baby is well loved and well taken care of with John and Jen. So I love it. Right. She didn't even want him fully from the beginning. I think it was a cute idea of, oh my gosh, he's going to be so cute. I'm going to have this little family. Maybe she was trying to create the family that she wished she had growing up, and she didn't. And because it didn't work out, now is, a lot of this resentment. I don't know. Yeah.
I literally
Crazy.
I used to think it was PPD for her, but I just think she's just a narcissist. I think she wants money. I think she wants men. I think a baby just doesn't play into her plan. And I think she's in her, I think she's into her I want eggplant era. And she wants to work as London right now. And that's what it is.
She loves her London life.
She
Sherry,
would rather have a nanny than 2K.
Yeah. And
she would rather have a nanny than Winter.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
And Winter's an inconvenience for her, to be honest. You know?
Yeah, he's in the way. He's hindering her from things. Hold on, I want to ask Sherry a question. She said before she got with 2K, though, she was a different person, even through her content. Can you share with me? If you want, you can come up. I agree. It said, and then after that, then I got to go. I have an important afternoon tomorrow. I can't tell you yet. I'll tell you tomorrow. But I have somewhere I got to be that's very important tomorrow at 1. I'm so excited. But I do want to hear, Cherry, because I did not know. I didn't watch them before then. So can you share with us, like, how she was? Oh, who just left? Sorry. Oh, wait. Angie, no.
Tomorrow,
no hot dates for me.
Tomorrow, we should discuss the whole veil and fight that happened this morning at the Airbnb.
Yeah, I want to know. So I don't know what time I'll be live. Okay, I'll tell you guys. It's not a date. Angie never has dates. But my son, my oldest son, his girlfriend, who I love her. Her family's here from out of state, so I'm getting to meet her family for the first time. I'm so excited. Yes, so I have to be on my bestest of behaviors. Yeah, but I would love to know, Cherry, how she was different before. I'm literally genuinely curious.
I've never seen her anything but Are You
Yes,
Dumb?
Black Widow Mama.
Obviously. I've never seen anything else.
All I know is from the only thing that I've seen from Bri before this whole thing with 2K, she used to like do interviews on the street. So like to me, she's always been acted the same though. Like that's all I know.
She would do interviews with people. She seemed like a sweet person. I love 2K. Nothing to do. No. I knew you weren't trying to say anything. I was just genuinely curious how she was pre-pregnancy. Do you keep up with it? Enzo's carrot, and now it's Enzo likes carrots. Oh, honey, excuse me.
Really?
We talked about that in the very beginning. I did a video. I filmed it before I jumped on, and I will post it. But yeah, that's a whole lot of with Jay and Fran, and I hope he follows through. Because but I will post that. Do what?
Have you touched that subject?
Yeah, we can go into it a little bit again. We'll go in with that really fast, and because we've been talking about this for a few hours, so we'll go into that really fast and we'll finish up, and then I'll end because I've got to get my beauty rest. I can be meeting my potential future in-law, in-law, well, whatever they'd be to me tomorrow.
In-law.
Yeah, well, I know her. It's the family. I'm finally getting to meet her family. I'm so excited. Anyways.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, we'll see. I think they. I mean, if they raised her, I can't see me not. Just so exciting. But anyways, okay, I'll focus. Okay, so Jay and Fran have a child together, Zendaya. Well, I'm sure everyone in here probably knows, but just in case. So Fran, they break up. Fran finally moves away. She moves to Florida. She did it wrong though. You guys have to get a move away order, right? But she just packed up and moved. But that was the first time I literally seen her happy and just so engaged. Like she was a whole different person. At first, I didn't even realize it was the same person. But for Jay didn't like that. Jay then filed for visitation, custody, the whole nine, and that brought her back to I think it's Missouri where they live. I'm not 100% sure. And so he was then granted visitation rights every other week. Okay, so this has been going on now for just a couple months. It was right before Christmas. Since then, Michigan. Since then, he's had, I think, 4 or 5 different girlfriends. He now has a new girlfriend. But I want to go back before this girlfriend. When his first weekend having his visitation, you can hear baby Z screaming bloody murder from the bedroom. I'm like, what the hell is going on with this child? Like, that's not a cry of I'm overly tired or I want to stay awake, I'm hungry. That was a bad cry. Yeah, there was something definitely going on, right? And so people were addressing it. His friend Michael was there, whatever. He just said we were all dramatic. Well, now he comes out and says, because Michael kind of put some info out on him, now Jay's like, now I know why she was crying like that, because every time she saw Michael, she would scream like that. And so I had to leave her in the room, because what else was I going to do? Make Michael leave. That's what you do. Like, if you're able to put 2 and 2 together. But so that was number 1. Then now he's got this new girl who's pregnant, right? She's been there a total of, I think today is like 8 days. But yesterday was day 7. She's already pregnant. Definitely his, can't be anyone else's. Well, it doesn't work like that, but nonetheless. So he comes on today and he says, well, I'm just going to sign my rights over. That's it. Because Fran's supposedly a perfect parent, and she's so much of a better parent than me. She's going to try to tell me how I need to do things, and it's absolutely wrong. And so I'm not doing that. So bucket cheek, I'm just signing my rights away. If you're, as a parent, if your first thought is, or if any time there's a thought that is to sign your rights away, you definitely are not ready to be a parent. Okay. And then right before I came on live, I saw a video, which is why I filmed my other one, and I'll post it as soon as we get off. Jay took his girlfriend to get her nails done. We all know, we're all women. It can take hours to get your nails done now. And Zendaya is screaming in her car seat. Mind you, Zendaya is 1. She is screaming in her car seat, and I only saw a clip because I love the TEAPAGEs. And the clip I see is him just screaming back, oh, Chit Chat Circus, love. Yes, that's what I'm talking about right now. And so he's like, and he's like screaming, mocking her. He's like, oh, yeah. I'm not your mom. You're not going to get what you want around here. You're going to sit there and you're going to shut the book up and wait till she's finished getting her nails done. What? So you're going to keep her not even out of the car seat. Like, if you're parked and you're sitting in a parking lot, you can take the kid out of the car seat so they can move around. Maybe she was hungry. Maybe she wanted something else. And he just kept screaming at her. So he, in fact, needs to sign his rights over. Or maybe not sign his rights over if he's not 100% sure. But say, you know what, right now, I don't want to do my visitation, and let her live her life and let her raise the baby, because the back and forth is what's going to absolutely destroy that little girl. Right now, if he was to sign his rights over or choose to not do parenting time with her, it's not going to affect her because she's 1. It's not like she's screaming or crying for her dad. And I just think Fran should be able to move back to Florida or wherever it is that she wants to go, because that just took me out. How long are you going to keep this kid in her car seat screaming and then mocking her? That was sad and disgusting, very disgusting. And then I don't like to knock people for their lifestyle. So I'm not in that way. Besides the fact that he does that when she's there as well, via like, the phone FaceTimes and whatnot. I've seen him with her being there, and he's been on live, and he's been getting pictures or videos sent to him from other guys, and it's your child's right there. And I tell you, even my 6-month-old granddaughter, she doesn't know, but all my grandkids do it. If you look at the phone, they're like looking too. She does not need to see any of that.
Always nosy.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Ellie was talking about Francesca and Jay and Baby Z. Yeah, it's crazy. As soon as you say, put it out on the internet that you're going to sign your rights over, I don't really think there's much coming back from that. And all she needs to do is file for Monday morning, file for an order. And Franz asked if he wanted, and he said no. Yeah, she should just stop asking if he wants to, and on Monday file for an order, and let them know that he's requesting to have his rights signed over. Show them the video of her screaming locked in the bedroom and him stating that it was because of this guy, whether it was or wasn't. But even if you think it is, and you continue to keep the guy in the house, instead of having him leave and saying, hey, my daughter's obviously, uncomfortable. I only have her 4 days a month. You're going to have to go, and we'll link back up. Yeah, I really just pray. Yeah.
No, it's irresponsible. It's inappropriate. And then at what point do you put your child first?
Right. Well, I mean, for most of us, it's the second we find out we're pregnant with him. Thank you, Black Widow. You're so sweet. Yeah, definitely not a good sign. So, all right, lovelies. I absolutely love and adore you all. I'm not sure what time I'm going to be live tomorrow. I typically try to go live earlier on Sunday. But like I said, I meet with them at 1. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be there. But I did get everything else done. I got all my Sunday work done at the house today so that I can get live as early as possible tomorrow. And we will just recap all of this stuff. So thank you guys all for hanging out with me again for the night. Down South Mama, we're going to have a talk if you continue to keep doing this late at night, to keep me up all night, showing me black, what are those scorpions and stuff. We're going to have a talk. But it was all good. Do you think? Oh, I with my son, I don't know. Probably not for a long time. They're in a great relationship, but my son is, they are all about traveling right now. Like, they go someplace like every month. They're living their best life. They have a beautiful home right on the water. They're just traveling all over. So, but I don't know. He could surprise me. I just think it's great. I'm just so appreciative and thankful that they asked to meet us, because my son has gone there and stayed over there, and spent time with them in their state. And so it's just great that they've even asked to meet me, which is to me such a blessing. So I love it. I'm excited. I'll probably be up all night just, oh my God, what am I going to wear? What am I going to do? The whole night. How am I going to do my makeup? So
tomorrow night I'll have to show you the 90-pound pitapotamus that
the 90-pound what?
My dog is a 90-pound.
Oh, your dog.
He's a big old boy.
I thought you said hippopotamus. I'm like, I'm not sure you're able to legally. Okay, got you. I was like, I don't think you're supposed to actually have those. Yeah, you'll have to show him, because tell him he owes me a Diet Coke or two, because, man, the stress level we had last night, the timing of the timing was impeccable. Everybody in the chat was like, oh my God, what happened? Some people were like, how do we do a welfare check? I'm like, well, I don't know. Right? I can't say down south mama, and then like, we can't, I don't know. We were so scared. That was just crazy.
Like, I gotta get back on. I was like, I gotta get this. I gotta get back on.
Oh, did you see people were DMing you? They were checking on you. We were checking from other lines.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's just, it's just crazy.
I know. I was like, my life.
Scream.
But yeah,
it's so funny.
And then tonight, that was all my 6-year-old.
That's hilarious. I cannot believe he caught that. Like, what?
He catches flies. Oh, he's a weird one. He's a sensitive little savage. So
He's a boy.
But,
What do you do? All right,
boy.
guys. Well, you guys all have a great
Have a good night,
Love
everybody.
you so
It was
much, and I'll see you
fun.
guys tomorrow. As always. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.